Blake Production.
What's poppin'? Let's take a look at Wonderfi Technologies here. Now, I find this very interesting, this stock. It's crypto related. BTC starting to pump due to a lot of these Silicon Valley banks and all these other banks in the US are starting to go under. And part of that is due to having interest rates so high, and then the bets that they're making, these banks, right? Because with all the money that the investors put into these banks, they make bets with it, or they invest with it, and the investments they're making aren't getting a return that beats the interest rate level, right? That it's at right now. So, say for quick example, you get a loan, you can't pay it back because the interest rate's too high. That's what's happening to these banks essentially. So they're going under because they're unable to pay back this BS. I'm sure there's a bunch of other shit going on. This is just very basic level from what I understand is what's going on, right? So that's causing Bitcoin to surge. So it's interesting to see, are we going to see a flood of money coming into Bitcoin, right? Because it's technically your own bank, right? That's the cool thing about Bitcoin. You get a ledger, you buy Bitcoin, you put it on the ledger, it's yours. Nobody's touching it. But imagine your bank just being like, yeah, listen, we need your money. Like, that's screwed up, right? So it's really raising the interest in Bitcoin. Soon enough, I think it's going to become a lot more mainstream. But anyways, we're going to get into this breakdown. I think this is going to positively affect a lot of crypto stocks, Wonderfi being one of them. So here's what we're looking at, right? I've split this up into a different outlook. I've been looking at this stock for a long time now, but I think it's time to look at it from a different perspective, right? So from here, this is September 2021, and we had that ramp into the end of the year, and then that's what caused pretty much the crypto winter. November comes around, and since November 2021, it's been a downtrend, right? So from November 2021 to November 2022 is a massive downtrend. A lot of these stocks, you can go to any crypto stock and it's going to be down bad, right? This one's gone down 95% in that time, right? So that's 1 year of straight down, okay? Now what I'm looking at here is we're starting to see massive increases of volume, right? So if we just take a look, we'll go to the weekly time frame, the weekly 2-day time frame, sure. We look at the 2-day time frame, and the largest amounts of influx of bullish volume into the stock have happened after November 2022, and they've gone after the stock has plummeted 95%. So what does that mean for us as investors? Could mean absolutely nothing, straight up. Always keep in mind that this is a stock. Like, anything could happen. This company could go underwater. Who knows? They could be doing fraudulent shit and then they get caught. Who knows? I don't know what's going on with the company. I'm trying to analyze this from a technical perspective and keeping an objective perspective. Like, I'm just trying to see what's happening. But from what I understand, 95% down, Bitcoin starting to pop up on the rise again, right? It's up 50+% on the year. It's probably one of the best performing assets of the year right now. And all these crypto related stocks, for example, Wonderfi, they're basically an umbrella of crypto exchanges. They own BitBuy and Coinberry, and they have other projects under their umbrella to give retail investors, the opportunity to buy crypto regulated, right, in Canada. So this is very interesting to me. I'm starting to see these influxes of volume, and we're starting to see new trends form in the stock. Again, it's only been, 3 months, 4 months since, it's been 5 months since November 2022, right? So in these 5 months, we've seen a higher high and a higher low starting to form, right? So my outlook is that we should be looking at this from year to year to year. We could see that if we point this out, the highest it's gone this year is around 43 cents, right? And the lowest it's gone this year is 11 cents. Sorry, 10 and a half cents, whatever. We need to look at this and see how long do we stay in this range this year, because then from a technical perspective, what that would be telling us is that the downtrend has ended and we're starting an accumulation phase in the form of an equilibrium trend, which is essentially when a stock doesn't make higher highs and it doesn't make lower lows. So it essentially goes sideways like this, creating a range. And that range could be very large, right? So from what we're looking at, it's 10 and a half cents to 43 cents. So it's a very large, range that we're playing in, right? 10 and a half cents to 42 cents, 43 cents. But from a technical perspective, that could be telling us that we're actually just accumulating in this zone before November 2023 comes around and we start moving our way on up back towards these higher levels of the stock, right? Which could be our major resistance here is going to be around $1.15 to $1.20, right? But this zone here could be our time where we could accumulate as much as possible. So I find that interesting. We'll be paying attention again, weekly basis, sometimes a few times a week, we'll be paying attention to Wonderfi stock. But I like what we're seeing here, the influx of volume, the slow, slight change in the trend, and it's giving us essentially a range that we could pay attention to make things a lot easier for investors. Again, all this fear, uncertainty, and doubt is kind of causing investors to look at markets as like a screw this is sketchy type of mindset in a environment, right? It's very interesting to see. I've been analyzing this shit for a while now, so it's kind of, you watch it happen in real time, again, having the perspective of like, oh, I could be wrong, but it's slowly playing out in our favor. So that's the breakdown, guys. Peace.